Hey guys, Lankan Sammi, retired with mom and dad. Welcome to the vlog today. We're up on the patio again. I thought we'd come back here because it is a nice day. It's partly cloudy and not too hot, so hopefully the camera won't get too hot. I really like this. I really like playing around with this Insta360. I've got a lot of accessories for it, got a lot of new things for it, like lens covers and grips and poles and microphones and all sorts of things. So I'm looking forward to continuing to use this. And I really like the editing features on this, because on this table, the stand, it's a little crooked, but the gyroscope in here automatically centers, like levels it off, so it's really good. I am recovering from a head cold. Is it raining? No, it's just the wind. I'm recovering from a head cold, so my voice is going to sound a little different. I had a fever a couple days ago. I don't know how I got it. It's not COVID, thank goodness. I started not feeling well Sunday morning. It's now like Tuesday afternoon. I recovered. Monday was awful. I couldn't sleep. It was ridiculous. Or Sunday night or Monday night. I can't even remember. It was awful. Anyway, we're going to talk about AI and how it is going to change the world. But specifically, we're going to talk about how it's going to affect me. Because it's all about me, isn't it? I'm just joking. It's how I believe and what I've seen, because I use AI a lot, how I've seen it change the way I do my work and how I live my life, and how I believe it's going to change my job in the future. So stick around for that. So, AI, for those of you who don't know, artificial intelligence, obviously, and basically it's just a computer program or piece of software that uses some form of intelligence to be able to predict and help people do the things that they ask the artificial intelligence to do. Now, it's not thinking. What it's doing is it is using math, algorithms, to look at what you want and comparing it to what others have done in the past. So if you ask it, what is 2 plus 2? It'll look into its past and see if somebody asked that before. And then it'll give you the answer based on that previous answer, or what it has been programmed with. So the more it works, the smarter it gets. So, for example, some of the basic AI features that have existed in the past is spell check. You know, spell check. We use spell check in Word like it's nothing. We use Grammarly, which is a web-based extension on Chrome, to check your grammar. There are whole sections of jobs that no longer exist, like proofreaders. We don't need them anymore because you have software tools. Is that cheating? No, it's just a tool to help you do mundane tasks. Now, how do I use AI? Well, I have to write evaluations on students, and they have to be kind of wordy. But when I have to write the same thing 30 times a month, it just gets monotonous. And I don't like writing. I've never been a creative writer. I've never been a writer. I hate writing. It's not one of my skill sets. I can BS my way through it, but to make it different every single time, it's just... So I just pop it, I go into ChatGPT, which I have a founder's account. I was one of the first people to sign up, so I received a founder's account. So I have access to ChatGPT 4.0, which is the second or third generation. well, 4.0 is probably the fourth generation, but it's the second generation that's available to the public. So I don't have a license. I don't pay for my license. It's free for me. I put in, write a short evaluation. I tell it who I am and what I want. So for example, I'll say I'm an English teacher online, and I teach a young boy named blah 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 English, and over the last month I want you to write an evaluation, slightly positive, focusing on reading, speaking, pronunciation and elocution, grammar and vocabulary. Also provide 3 to 4 areas of opportunity to help improve. Boom. And it spits out this long thing. Then I take that and I say, rewrite this using new words and sentences for a student named blah, blah, blah. And it spits it out. So that comes in handy when I do group classes and I have to write something for like 5 or 6 people, but it's all the same. It's going to the same HR team, so it has to be different for each person. And doing that is just stupid. Nobody reads those things. Nobody reads those things. How else do I use AI? Editing these videos. I use a tool called Videopad.io, and it's an AI-based editing tool that suggests ways to edit. It uses music and compiles the music in a way that that sounds good. It adjusts the video. It suggests edits and things like that. You can use the AI or you cannot use the AI. It's up to you. Got distracted by the jet. The other thing that I use AI for is also in the search engine optimization of my YouTube videos. I use 2 AI tools. One is a title generator, and then the other one is the tags generator. So I put in my subjects and my topics and everything like that, and then it spits out what is the most popular. So that's how I use AI. Now, people are always asking, well, you guys are probably asking what is going to happen to your job with AI? How is AI going to affect your job and your career? So before we go there, I want to say again, if you've been watching so far, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I truly appreciate it. Appreciate the support, the likes, the shares, the comments. Please comment. Click the comment below and let me know what you think. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What is your opinion of AI? How has AI affected your life? What do you think AI will be doing in the future? For you specifically, in your field, in your job? Or are you using AI right now? Let me know. And if you want to support the channel, click the link down below, buy me a coconut. I will use that cash to buy fruits and vegetables from local farmers, supporting the local community. Otherwise, passively, you can watch a commercial. My channel is monetized, yay! So if you watch a commercial, an ad, all the way through and click the ad link, it helps the channel passively. You're not doing anything. You're not, it's just a little bit of your time to watch an ad. So I truly appreciate that. Lots of love to you guys. So how do I think AI is going to change my life? Well, I lived in South Korea for 15 years, and speaking Korean, learning Korean is really one of the most difficult languages. There's A, B, and C languages, and Korean, Chinese, and Arabic are in A, the hardest languages to learn, because the grammar is opposite. Whereas we say, I go home. Who, what, where. In Korean, it's different. There probably isn't a subject. In most cases, there is no subject because it's implied. And if there is a subject, it's at the end of the sentence. Their grammar is very difficult to comprehend, and it's so difficult to get used to. And this is coming from a linguist. I've spoken in my life 9 languages. 9 languages I've spoken. I've lived in 10 countries. I've spoken 9 languages. So for me, learning languages is very easy. Now, I learned Korean. I learned to speak Korean, but it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Reading Korean is a little easier because their alphabet is very simple. You can learn it in 20 minutes. It's such a simple alphabet. And pronunciation is easy as well. But the grammar, wow, grammar is awful. It's just a total nightmare to try to comprehend the grammar. Listening to people speaking Korean is difficult. That took me the longest time. I could speak Korean, but I couldn't understand what people were saying because of the vocabulary. So, because of that experience of living in South Korea and using Google Translate to translate pictures and text that I received, I saw the evolution of those applications, how they got better over time. And then South Korea introduced their own app called Papago, and it has just leaps and bounds over Google Translate. Leaps and bounds. Google Translate has nothing on Papago because Papago has 32 million users who use it every day and populate it so that it grows exponentially. Google Translate probably doesn't have that many because Koreans don't tend to use Google. They tend to use Korean apps like Naver or Daum. They use the Korean versions of Google because it's in Korean, obviously. So Papago really exploded about 2 years ago, and it is insanely good. So those tools are developing. And let me focus on why I think my job will disappear in a few years, because I'm an English teacher. So what I do is I facilitate people improving their English communication skills. Now, specifically, what I do, I don't consider myself a teacher. I consider myself a facilitator. I help people, let's talk adults. I help adults who speak English to improve the level of English that they currently have, or to utilize the level of English that they have with more confidence. Coming to my class 1 hour a week, 2 hours a week, 3 hours a week is not going to improve your English. It's not possible. To learn a language, you got to immerse 8 hours a day for weeks if you want to improve. It's just a few hours a week. It's not going to improve. But what I tell my students is I'm going to improve your confidence level, because Koreans have a confidence issue. They feel that unless you're perfect, you shouldn't speak. So I get around that by improving their confidence level, and then they become what I call natural speakers. They naturally speak without thinking, and I help improve their grammar. Vocabulary, I tell them, don't worry about vocabulary. It comes naturally. Vocabulary will come naturally. I'll teach you vocabulary, and I'll teach you corrections to your vocabulary. But grammar and pronunciation is how I will improve your confidence level. With kids, it's vocabulary. It's vocabulary and pronunciation. So with kids, that's what I do. Now, I don't teach teenagers. I teach young kids between the ages of 4, 5, 6, 7 to about 9. Once they get to be about 10, 11, 12, they're not interested in learning. They're more interested in their hand phone. So I tend to not like teaching older kids. Young kids, it's a lot of fun because I can play with them, joke around and have fun. So how is AI going to... Wow, there's lots of ants up here. Yeah, I definitely have to spray here. Squirrel! I got distracted. Wow. So, well, I think that with the advent of artificial intelligence, that we're going to be able to do like Star Trek. We're going to have an app in our Zoom class, because Zoom now has an AI feature. I just updated my Zoom account and it introduced a new AI feature. I haven't played with it, but I'm pretty sure it'll have a translation matrix added to it soon. And basically what you will do is you will speak and then the translation matrix will probably put subtitles. Or advanced, it'll be Star Trek, where you'll hear the AI voice speaking in English or in your language while the person is talking. I mean, there are AI tools in video apps where my eyes, even though I look over here, my eyes will be looking here at the camera. I've used that tool before, where the eye will constantly look at the camera like that. It's crazy. I've seen it. And then there are tools that I have seen where the mouth will sound like it's speaking in the language that you hear. So even though I'm speaking English right now, if I translated it to French, my mouth would match the French translation. There's another thing I've seen, and Arirang News, which is the English news station in South Korea, they use AI voice to voice their reporting on some stories. I've never used any text-to-voice apps because I don't need to. I'm comfortable in speaking in front of the camera. I don't have any issues. I don't want to write out a script and then have some computer read it. I don't like I said previously, I don't like writing, so I won't do that. I won't do that. You know, maybe I'll get ChatGPT to generate a script and then text to voice. That could be something. But how will my job be affected in a few years? Well, that's basically how it is. Most of my clients, especially the adults, kids probably not as much. I won't lose that client base for a while because parents are obsessed with their kids' education. But I think with adults that once they see how Zoom and other apps can integrate voice translation, that they won't care anymore. They'll just use that app. I mean, if you told me 5 years ago that we would be doing Zoom classes online to teach English, I would have said impossible. But because of the pandemic, because of computer power and internet speeds, we're able to do that. Okay? Without those three things, we would not have been able to survive the pandemic. We had good computers, powerful computers. We had good internet speed. And the third factor of being quarantined allowed this business to boom. And then businesses saw that it was productive and easier to facilitate an online teacher because you got the same result than a face-to-face teacher. Some students want that face-to-face feeling, just like some adults want a piece of paper or a newspaper. They don't want just, a tablet. I will never read a book, on a tablet. I will never do that. It's just that's not my style. I'm not interested in that. I want a book with a piece of paper. Newspaper, not so much. I don't like newspapers. I see my news online. But reading a book, yeah. And I'm not a big book reader, so it's not that big of a deal. And I don't like watching videos on a small phone. I need a PC. I need a 32-inch screen to watch. Well, maybe because my eyes are bad. So yeah, I think that in a few years that the business will start shifting to AI, and we will lose a market of employees, just like we have with other employees. We no longer require architects. We used to have architects. Now it's all computers. We used to need to have copywriters and proofreaders. That doesn't exist anymore. It's all computers. Typesetters in the print industry. It's all computers now. So, technology improves and mothballs or grandfathers a type of industry or business. But it opens up another new business. Now you need people to program those things and work with those machines or those computers or their software programs. You know, this is a different topic. I may talk about this in the future. It's kind of sensitive. Is, you know, the education system today. You know, you have people studying things that have no relation to practical business. A degree in social studies and the development of, you know, blah 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 blah, right? No, I need a computer scientist. I need an AI generative scientist. Okay, that's a job. And when you have a degree in that, I'm going to hire you. Okay, I don't need someone who has a Latin music arts degree. Well, what the heck is that? You know, go work at Starbucks. You know? So that's a whole different subject. I don't want to get into that. I have opinions that are not politically correct, so to say. But I'm old school, so you can chalk it up to that, me being ignorant. Anyway, AI, I think, is a good thing. It helps me in my life every single day. I use AI every single day. And sometimes it does all of my work for me. And I just spoke to Lady Sarah because she was asking me about AI and how I use that to write reports. And I showed her and she was like, wow, you just saved me 2 hours of work. And I said, yep. Because once a month we have to write evaluations. Like this week, or probably Thursday, I have to write all the evaluations, and it's done in ChatGPT. It's already in there because I've done so many. So I just find one that I like and I click rewrite this with brand new words, okay, for this person's name. So it generates a brand new one with changing the words. And there you go. Now, for college and, you know, testing and stuff like that, I don't know if you should use it. It's not up to me to decide because I'm not in that area. It's not, you know, it's not. I'm not a student. I'm not a professor, university professor. So that's something that I'm not going to talk about. That's another ethics thing that has nothing to do with me, so I don't really care about that. But yeah, that's my take on AI and how it's going to change the world. I'm positive about it. I mean, it'll destroy my career, but I'm retiring soon anyway, so it won't make that big of a deal. Anyway, I want to say thank you to you guys for joining me today and watching till the end. I truly appreciate it, really do. And I want to remind you guys, please support the channel just by clicking like, make a comment with a smiley face. Anything that you do interacting with this video helps the channel. I truly appreciate it. And remember, learn to live life. Don't let life live you. Be good to each other, and I'll see you all on the other side.